All right. Good morning. It is Tuesday, the first trading day of the week, because yesterday was Labor Day. We're gonna keep a couple of these. We already have these levels from the daily. I'm gonna remove a couple. Let's just check where we are on the daily chart. So we rallied up, made this recent high, sold off, broke the downtrend, have formed a series of higher highs, higher lows, and we're really sitting in this range right in here as we've kind of come up and slowed down a little bit. Staying above 450 but below 454, so kind of in this little $3 $4 range or so. We got some strong support at 450. Let's take a look at a smaller time frame here. You can see we've kind of been in this little range. Whichever way we break out, we should go in that direction. So we'll chart a few levels here. We got the pre-market low. I don't know if I'd consider that the pre-market high. I think this level right in here, that 451, is an area that we've hit how many times? Numerous times in the pre-market. Might not exactly be the pre-market high. Pre-market high might actually be 451.2. I don't know if I'm counting this spike here. Usually when we have like an anomaly or something like that in the pre-market, like when you get something like this, I don't really consider those. I don't put too much weight into that. Excuse me. We have the low of Friday. We have the high of Friday. Oop. Okay. Might remove that. Move that. We are gonna make some little zones here though. There we go. Alright, so we've got the highs and the lows of the pre-market, the highs and lows of Friday's trading session with some zones in there. Might even, recognize something in here. As we had this sell-off, came up, hit this zone, sold off. So remove some of these. How many? Wait, am I duplicating them or removing them? I think I accidentally duplicated that drawing instead of removing it there. All right. So what are we looking at here? What we're looking at is that we have this 450, 449 zone. If we zoom out, you can tell that we're holding it pretty well. We've rallied up, but we kind of have this whole zone in here, this whole area in here that we rallied up, that we don't have much support. I guess you could consider maybe in here, this area. We could say we have like this void essentially where we just rallied, to where if we break it to the downside, there's not a lot to stop us in this range. I suppose you could go back. You could look at some areas back here. Perhaps you're looking at this like 447, 448 level but that kind of coincides with this zone, this top of this zone. So either way, what I'm saying is that we rallied up. We formed this bit of consolidation up here. Really just looking to see, do we break to the upside? Do we break to the downside? We have a lot more resistance to the upside than we do support to the downside. So that's something to watch there. I'd be interested to see the level there. This is a possible target, but I am going to get things set up. I'm always behind, so we'll try to speed this up. We do have data coming out today, I believe, at calls, let's say 451, tentatively puts, say 450 tentatively. All right. Good thing just set up here. I'm never in a huge rush off the open. I usually let the first 5 minutes or so play out before I decide to do anything. Looks like we're approaching that. Darn it. Looks like we're approaching that pre-market level of 451. Got way too zoomed in there. So we are within the range of Friday's trading session. Generally, that indicates we might have a bit of choppier movement. Be nice to get a clean trend one way or the other, but that might not happen today. We're closer to the low of day of Friday than we are the high of day, which is up here a few dollars. I'm going to double check. I know we have some economic data coming out at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard or 8 a.m. Either way, 30 minutes after market open, and that is factory orders for July. We'll see. See if that has much of an effect on the market. Getting some coffee in the morning, nothing like it. Excuse me. Clearing my throat there. So it looks like we came up to approach that pre-market level 451. Didn't quite test it. Getting a little bit of a reject off of it. Oh my gosh, I forgot my music. Almost forgot. Let's throw something on here. Oh, that's loud. I apologize. Alright, there we go. We got the tunes. First 5-minute candle of the day is in works. Hopefully we catch a banger today. Start the week off right. Hope everybody had a good long weekend if you're in the US. If you had Labor Day off, some service jobs didn't. But if you had that long weekend, I hope it was refreshing. I hope you enjoyed it. I didn't do a whole lot. Guess I went on some hikes, hung out at the river. Not too bad. It was a good relaxing little time away from screens. What's up? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. lost my mouse there for a second. Something's going on with my mouse. Must have it's not good. There we go. Had cat hair in my mouse. It was malfunctioning. So we got a little bit of a reject, not exactly, but close to that 451 level that we found in the pre-market. See if we make our way down to 450 or not. Ikikar, you got anything that you're looking for? Any levels, any trades that you're watching out for? Since we're in the range of yesterday, I'm kind of just waiting to see how things act. We also have some data dropping 30 minutes into the market, so I might, if an opportunity presents itself, I'll take it, but I might see how that plays out as well. If we get some low volume chop in the morning, I might sit on the sideline. So far, we're selling off after that retest of that level. Approaching 450, we'll see if it holds. Pretty much directly below 450, we have this low of Friday and demand zone from here. You can see how we held that once, came down, retested it again, both times rallied to the upside. So we'll see if we do start selling off into this area, if that holds. It looks like we're holding that 450 pretty well. We dipped a little bit into this area and we've been pushed up. Really curious to see if this zone holds. As you see, we got support here twice on Friday's session. Broke through it a bit in the pre-market, but then tested it again once we got above it, and it held before setting that 451 level. So we reject close to that in the opening, and we're coming down to retest this again. So it should be pretty strong support, as we have tested it numerous times and held. $451.69. What's up in here? Okay. See a break and retest at that level for continuation upwards. I feel you. Targeting probably around that 453 area. Looking for 449.68 depending on balance. Depending on volume. Yeah. 449, 6.8. That's right in this zone here that we're looking at. I feel you. I would also be very interested to see if we get a bounce in this area as well. Do have about 20 seconds left in this candle before it closes, so I don't think we'll test that zone quite yet. But yeah, I feel you. I'm looking also to see if we come down into this zone, if we can hold it. I'd also be interested in a bounce in this zone as well. So far, we're holding that 450 pretty well, though. All right, looks like we're coming down in this zone. See if it holds, see if we get a bounce. If we break firmly through this, I'd be curious to see a retest and continuation downwards. I'd expect at least a short-term relief bounce from here, though. But we'll see. I would like a confirmation on a 5-minute time frame to enter. So I'd at least need one candle close holding this level to validate any sort of entry. So we do see some volume coming in. We do see the price getting pushed back up. It does appear we have some buyers in that area. We'll see how the candle closes, but that initial reaction was looking good if you're looking for a bounce in that area. Though I'm gonna hold off until this candle closes just for some confirmation, but you do see volume coming in here. You do see wicking right at that level and getting pushed up. We're on a retest apparently again here. So it'd be key for us to hold this. For a bounce here, I would look at 450 calls since we're right below 450. It'd be out of the money if we do break above 450 and run. I'm not sure that we would, but in that event, these contracts should move pretty nice. Really testing that low Friday. We get a little bit of a push below it. 20 seconds left to candle close. Pushing below it even further still. So we're kind of opening right at that level. Getting a bit of a push out of there. Approaching that 450. Look like we just touched 450. So yeah, I did not get into a position here, but it's looking like it would have been a pretty good call. Yeah, absolutely. Look at that. I just didn't like that it opened right at the bottom of that range. I wanted to see a little bit more support, which made me hesitant to enter that trade. But we did definitely get a bounce from that area. Did you get in on that? I'm curious. Did you catch the bounce in that area? It's kind of right where we were looking at. And contracts did move pretty nice from 133 to 155 already. Not a bad reaction for, you know, a 40-cent move. It'll be really key to see if we can maintain above 450 though. If we reject off 450, we might continue the downward path here. Didn't get in. Yeah, it was a little quick for me. I wasn't quite convinced by some of that price action. Would have been a decent scalp though. It's still going. So it'll be real interesting to see if we can reclaim that 450 level. So far, finding a bit of resistance in there though. So with about a minute left in this candle, we're getting pushed down. We'll see if this zone holds. If this zone breaks, I was zooming out looking at the 15-minute. Oof. Tough reaction here. Excuse me, as I was saying, I was looking at this 15-minute chart. Maybe not the best time frame to look at it. We'll pull up the 1 hour. But you can see we rallied up and we've kind of been in this range here, this $2 range from 450 to 452 essentially. Broke out to the upside but immediately sold off, and now we're kind of hovering around the bottom side of this range. My concern is if we break down low, once we get past 448, I think we have a lot of room to the downside. So it's my only concern going long in this situation is we've been stuck in this range. I think whichever way we break out of this range, we're going to see movement in that direction. And so far kind of showing weakness. So opened or closed just below this level and opening right at it again. So I would not be surprised to see us reject and go lower from here, especially after the reaction from that candle, trying to push up and recapture 450, but getting rejected pretty hard. We definitely do have some areas of support below us. We got that 450 or 449.6 or so, 6 or 7. We got the low of the pre-market, and here we're breaking lower. And then we have that swing low from the pullback before our rally higher at 448.5. Oops, not 15. So we're officially below Friday's range. We've broken out to the downside. We're still hovering right around in here though, so we'll see if that holds. We also have that, geez, I keep blanking on what it was. Factory orders for July is coming out in 8.5 minutes or so. So yeah, we're still holding the support. We'll see how long that lasts. Our initial bounce got rejected pretty hard. This one seems to be bouncing as well. This price action in here though is not convincing me to take a call though. These are both pretty bearish candles here. This one's looking a bit more positive. Still hesitant though. There's nothing really in these 4 candles or in these 2 candles in a higher time frame that is telling me that we would see a significant bounce. Not to say that we couldn't, but we did get a close below this level. This is looking sort of like a retest. We'll see. We could definitely hold and recover from here. I just don't necessarily like what I'm seeing in that case. Oh, good morning, Ray. Good to see you in here. I appreciate you stopping by. If you sent me something on Discord, I apologize. I have not checked it this morning, but I did accept your friend request. Oh, word. Yeah, I'll check that out. Like I said, I apologize. Usually in the mornings, I wake up, I make some coffee, take a shower, and kind of hop right on the computer. So I didn't have a ton of time to check it, but I'll give that a look. Like I said, I apologize. I didn't look at that earlier. Some stuff you're looking at this week. I do appreciate you sending that out. I'd be curious to see. There's kind of a weird situation here. We're right at this level. Pretty small candle bodies. Ideally, I'd want to see a clean break below and a retest. We are sort of getting a retest here. You can see these longer upper wicks. Um, but it is kind of a little bit odd price action. And with data for what it's worth coming out in a couple minutes, I think normally this would be a situation where I'd look for puts and continuation to the downside. But I am a little hesitant to take that right now. Yeah, I think some of this price action, I think, like I said, I don't know how much weight it will have, but we do have some economic data coming out at 8 a.m. or 10 a.m. Eastern Standard. So I assume we're kind of getting some lower volume, a little bit of chop until people get the result of that, maybe. But all signs do indicate like we're going lower. It does look pretty bearish from both time frames here. Also, Icky Car, if you're in here, my friend, I know you were trying to link up at some point this week. I don't know if you have a Discord or your preferred method of communication, but if you do, I'll link my Discord in the chat. We can link up that way. Might be the easiest way. So it looks like we are getting a bit of that sell-off, that rejection from this zone. Word, yeah, it is. Oh man, I think it's just this. I'm pretty sure that's it, all lowercase. All right, well, hopefully we get some volume, some price action coming in. Now that it's 8, past 3 candles been a little painful. Amazon got jokes. Oh no. Do I even have it on my watch list? I don't. Give it a look. Oh yeah, it did. Holy. Damn. That's no bueno. So we keep retesting this area, but we also don't show much strength to the downside. These candle bodies are super small. We've got wicks at the bottom. I'm tempted to go with puts here, just because we also are making lower highs, not really showing any strength to the upside, but these past 4 candles have been kind of indecisive, not too easy to read. But we do have a break below this zone. We do have retests of this zone. Typically, that is what I'd look for. We've broken out of not yesterday, but Friday's range. So we keep pushing up, we keep testing it. So if I can get a good entry, I might take a put and just keep it pretty safe with a tighter stop above this zone. We'll see. We're not really getting much price action, so I don't want to just get chopped around. Yeah, it's tough when you have the candle body is like a 2-cent move, and you have wicks that are in both directions. It's not. I don't know. It's kind of ugly to try to trade. So we do keep testing it and keep rejecting. I'll give it a shot. I'll get in with the contract. My stop would be if we break to the upside of this zone. Initial target is this pre-market low. We'll see. If we get down here and we're showing some inability to break lower, that will be the take profit. If we fly right through this zone, the next target is 448.5. Yeah, 450 to 445. Yeah, I didn't expect to get this amount of chop considering we only had one, I guess, like economic news thing coming out today. And with that already coming out, I expected less chop, especially after coming back from a long weekend. And we got kind of an initial move off the open. But yeah, these past 20 minutes or so have been kind of brutal. See if we can't set a new low. Tested it, didn't get it. All right. I mean, pretty much all time frames look pretty bearish here. 5 minute, we broke down out of this zone, wicked into it, setting lower highs. 15 minute, same thing. 1 hour, big sell off, retested this zone. So it feels like we should, get another move out of this, but we'll see. We are approaching that initial target, kind of. We'll see if we get there. But we have set a new low of the day, barely. These candles are killing me, though. So retesting that area again. So we're getting close to that upper zone. If we do break out of that, that is my stop. Price is not moving in my favor at all. Testing the upper range of that. Looks like that zone's holding for now. We got about a minute left in this candle, so we'll see how that ends up. But we got right up close to where my stop would be. Didn't quite trigger it. Everything's still remaining pretty bearish, so I'm staying in this trade. Higher time frame, lower time frame. We saw some volume come in on that push down, so higher volume candle coming in, retesting and failing to close. Well, I shouldn't speak so soon, but that would indicate a good sign that we're not going to break to the upside here if we have continuous failures to do so. We'll see if we don't continue down. Coming to a close here. We'll see if we can If we can maintain that zone and close below it. That username didn't work. All right, my bad, buddy. I'll make sure to give that a double check here in a second. Once I'm out of this trade, I'll pull up my Discord and give it a shot. All right, we are breaking to the upside here. This is brutal. Brutal price action. We're getting awfully close here to where I want to get out. Yeah. So if we don't pull back right here, yep, I'm out. That's unfortunate. Not a great trade. Yeah, I don't know. We broke below it. We retested the zone. That's some tricky price action. Alright. And with that said, now I will check my Discord. Give me 1 second. I'm going to turn off my screen and pull up Discord, and then I'll send that to you. It should take about 2 minutes. Alright, I apologize. I definitely sent you the wrong Discord. That's the correct one in the chat now. Look at this trade. We did break out to the upside of that. I didn't wait for candle close. We might still reject off of it. But I did exit that trade. I think with like, what, $17? Yep, $17 loss. Not terrible. That's within my acceptable loss, but we'll see if we get anything else to trade. I'm gonna try to reserve myself for a good setup if we get one, but it's been pretty ugly as of late. So we are rejecting out of there. We'll see if that holds. on JPM. Ooh, I see you. Yeah, it's breaking out of that support, huh? Yeah, fair enough. I mean, it looks like it's got a little bit of potential areas where it might bounce, but yeah, that big level at 145 or 146 rather. I see you. Still painfully chopping away here at SPY. Broke key support at 160. Goal is 144. Alright, well, you're not too far off it then, huh? Broke key support. Am I tripping? Am I looking at the wrong thing? Do you mean 146? But yeah, I feel you. That support level right here, it does look like it's going lower. On SPY, looks like we're approaching that level, so I kind of got stopped out, and we're moving in the right direction now. We do have a little volume on this, though, so we'll see. This is difficult to trade regardless. There we get some movement. Yeah, we get a little bit of accompanying volume coming in. We'll see if we hit that target, but yeah, 146. Okay, I was going to say 160 was above the high. Damn, so we're coming down. That trade I just got stopped out a little early on this one. Probably could have been a little bit more patient with the stop loss, but not a huge move either way. That price action isn't very great either, so would have been a decent little scalp, but that is what it is. You got stopped out too. Yeah, that was, I don't know, that's kind of tricky. It is odd that we got such a clean sell-off in the morning, and then we get this for 30 minutes or so. But I mean, and then look at this reaction. We bounce and we start rallying right back into this level. This zone in here is just tricky. I'm sitting on my hands until we see something better, if we see something better. But this price action in here is, I want nothing to do with that. Looking at that JPM trade for you. Hope that plays out well for you. Yeah, I pretty much only trade SPY. I just find it easiest for me to focus on one thing, especially as I'm learning. But I think if you had like a few plays that you're looking for, like that one, that's solid. Watching that break that key support. SPY on the other hand, torturing me. Yeah, no, I feel you. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I guess I could explain some of this choppy behavior we've seen here. Yeah. I trade off a laptop, so I kind of have a small screen to begin with. So I just try to watch a few things at a time. Or not really a few things, one thing at a time. But ideally, yeah, having a few stocks that you're watching, like charting before the market and watch gives you definitely more opportunities. I mean, if we keep going with this, I might just have to take my single loss today and and walk away. I don't I don't feel like trying to gamble with this price action. I mean, shit. If anything, this is just on choppy out. I mean, neither calls or puts are really doing much. So yeah, yeah. I think it's pretty common to trade SPY exclusively. Just the liquidity on the contracts is super good. Generally, you're gonna get like at least a couple good moves per day, so you can catch one. That's all you really need. But yeah, there's I mean, if certain individual names, if you catch a breakout or like if you can trade, post earnings or something, there's a lot of opportunities in that as well. I think for me right now, I just feel probably most comfortable just watching one thing at a time. Um, but there's definitely a lot of opportunity out there. We did reclaim that 450 level. Looks like we're making a push higher here. Apple broke out to the upside. Retest that 190 gap. Yeah. We got it. We reclaim 450. We'll see if we can move higher here. Take a look at Apple. See what I do that right. There we go. Oh yeah. Going up towards 190, yeah. Yeah, there's definitely opportunities in individual names. I just feel like if I was trying to watch too many things, I'd probably get like paralysis by analysis and not end up trading anything at all. Yeah, this price action is brutal though. What is this? Horrendous. You trade off like, hey, you're killing it. I do have an external monitor that I hook into that I like put my trading, or not my trading, my streaming, my OBS and everything on that monitor. I guess I could have some charts up there as well, but yeah, this is rough. Unfortunately, I'm not sure that I'll be able to find anything I like in here before I have to hop off for work, but we'll stick around for a few more minutes and see if we get anything. MacBook for the win. Hey, I got an old Windows that I need to replace. My laptop screen is janky. I can't close it, so my laptop's actually been designated as a desktop because the screen would break if I close it. Tech is holding SPY. Is 5 minute the lowest time frame that I use? Generally, yes. Sometimes I'll look at the 2 minute. I think 2 minute has some good opportunities as well. But I primarily trade, yes, 5 minutes is the lowest time frame. I just found, I tried like 2 minute and 1 minute, and I just found that I'd get faked out by a lot of like moves on a lower time frame. Like for example, if I was looking at a smaller time frame, if we like break above a level and then immediately sell below it, I just found that I was getting faked out a lot. So then I went to a higher time frame and started waiting for candle closes on a higher time frame to confirm levels, and I found that that gives me a little bit more accuracy, but I can also miss moves that happen quicker that way as well. So there's pros and cons for sure. I usually mix 5 minute with 15 minute or an hour. So I use 15 minute or like 1 hour time frames to see like an overall trend. And then I'll use 5 minute to try to judge my entry as well. AI fails Wednesday, it'll tank. Are there earning reports for any more tech companies coming up, or if they all kind of had them? 2 and 5 minute, yeah. I know a lot of traders that use the 2 minute. I think there's validity to it too. I mean, sometimes I'll check the 2 minute just to see, and there's some pretty nice setups. Yeah, 15 minute on SPX, nice. Yeah, I really like the combination of 5 and 15 minute. I found that if things align on both 5 and 15-minute charts, it's pretty good indication. And I definitely miss out on trades by using 5-minute as the lowest time frame, but I find it also helps me be a little bit more patient as I kind of force myself to wait for something. So yeah, I guess pros and cons. Yeah, similarly. I usually have levels from daily time frame. Sometimes I'll do hourly as well, usually daily and hourly. I'll get some of these like supply and demand zones from 15-minute time frame. That's where I got some of these from. But yeah, usually higher time frame for levels, lower time frame for confirmation of entries at those levels. 4 hours choppy. Yeah, I never really bothered looking at the 4-hour. Well, we're selling through this area again. So far, it looks like we have set a low of the day, a lower high. We'll see if we make a lower low. Got some more volume coming in on these past couple of candles, so ideally some more tradable price action comes out of that, but 1 hour holds a lot of weight. Yeah, I really like the 1 hour just for overall trends, levels. The 1 hour is probably one of my favorite. We are selling off here. JPM bounced off 145.5 perfectly, retested 146 break. I assume you're still in that, holding for 144. Yeah, I'm waiting on 449 break on SPY. Yeah, I don't think that anything in here could convince me to take a position unless we set a new low and continue down, or if we have a firm capture of 450 and push upwards. But all this in here is just kind of a no-go for me. All right, well, it is getting pretty much to the time where I normally sign off and transition over to work. Took one trade today, got stopped out. Kind of played out, but overall today was pretty tricky on SPY. But yeah, we'll make a recap. I'll get back to both of you on Discord. Would love to chat, to link up and talk. But yeah, I'll reach out later today. Post a recap video on what I was doing today. And I'll be back tomorrow. But I appreciate all of you. Thanks for stopping by. And I hope all of you have a good day. Win some trades. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. All right. Peace out. Appreciate it, Ray. Yeah, I'm trying to. Risk management will save your ass. As long as you don't blow your account, you can always, have a chance to make it back. But yeah, something I'm trying to learn. So I appreciate it. All right. See you both. I hope you both have great days. Later.